Did you envisage such a moment where you would have these medals by the end of the year?
Yeah, it was never on my radar to have these medals. I was just trying to focus on the World Championship outdoors. So I look at the medals I have at home and the trophies, and it's almost disbelief now of, wow, that actually happened. Yeah, it's been a big year.
How has it been since Tokyo until now? You are the World Athletics Awards.
I went home for 6 weeks and I could be outside of that competition environment, like get strong. And then when I came back in, it felt like a brand new season for me. So when I finished, it was a bit foreign that I had all this energy and I felt good, but I got told you need to have a month off now. And so rather than try and make myself tired or do other things, I just threw myself into other activities that I couldn't usually do. So whether that was spending time with friends or renovating my house or things that I could never usually do. And because I had energy to do that, I didn't have to spend as long to recover. I could really uh, enjoy every little bit of the process. So that's what I learned this year.
So you are a member of Team Australia, and you guys have a different schedule compared to the Northern Hemisphere, which is mainly quite all the competitions. So is it what it's like for you to do the year schedule, because we have opposite seasons, like
Yes.
it's winter in Australia when you're
It's
competing.
summer.
So what is that like
It's
scheduling?
I've had to adjust my schedule to be more like the European winter and then more like the summer. So when we do really big winter training, it's right in the summer heat for me. And when I'm competing, it's always in the winter in Australia. So I've had to adjust and realize everyone else around me is on a different season, but that's okay.
And I'm going straight to the point. Do you think about the world record yourself? And do you believe that you or and Mahutic could develop a rivalry similar to the Bersim and Bondarenko maybe 2014? That were like, this getting a step more to the whole high jump.
I believe so. I feel I still have 6 centimeters to go, which is quite big. But I remember when Yaroslava did that competition in Paris, her outdoor personal best was 2:05, and it was a 5 centimeter personal best. And that's inspiring to me because I go, well, I could do the same. So I'm trying to partner my belief with those actions of aiming for that world record. And if we can both be jumping it on the same day, that would be like the icing on the cake. That would be amazing.
From finishing last 8 years ago to world champion, what does this say about your journey so far in your career?
I think it really, for me, it shows that, like, I would say, I just see God's hand on my life. When I was last, I still felt like I belonged on that circuit, and I still felt like I enjoyed every moment of it, and I could contribute to the whole environment. So now that I'm the world champion, the heart is still the same, which excites me for the future because I'm not afraid to lose the titles that I have, but I'm also not afraid to go higher and go further, because sometimes people don't want the spotlight because they think it will destroy them. But if you know who you are and it's consistent regardless of the success or the disappointments, it's just bringing a lot more confidence for me to then put more effort in and keep going.
You and your coach recently won the award in Australia for the best athlete and best coach. 17 years working together. How has this relationship, partnership evolved over the years?
When I was started with him, I was really young, and he said, I believe one day you can jump 2 meters, and it can be this 2 meters jump, but it's going to maybe take 10 years of work. And so because of that 10 years of work it ended up being 14 years of work, but I forgave him for that. I was like, okay. But that 10 years of work was really pinnacle for me, because I had to really believe in the process. So I wasn't getting the world junior champion, I wasn't getting big heights early on, but because he never stopped believing in me and I learned to trust him with all these programming, our relationship has sort of transferred from just being a coach with a child athlete to then being more like friends. We're still very professional, but I can tell him, hey, I can't do this, or he can tell me, hey, you can't do this. And so we, together, it's quite a beautiful, freeing relationship where we have a lot of trust together.
What are you saying to yourself before the jumps?
Yeah.
Have other athletes ever asked you about the rituals you do?
Yeah, I mean, I think most of my competitors that are with me are just they can never define me. They're always like, I don't know what Nicola's doing now. You know? But for right before a competition and right before a jump and I'm there, usually as soon as a thought comes into my head of that's too tall or that's too high, I just start looking at that bar and I start declaring what I do know to be true, which is that God will never leave me. He's with me, and he's so much bigger than that high jump bar. And it changes every time. I don't exactly know what I'm saying most of the time, but I'm telling myself, I have to hear myself say it, because in my mind, all the doubts are there, but I never say them out loud. But when I know the truth is there, then my ears are hearing it. And that's the last thing that I'm hearing before I encourage myself, you know, like, come on, and like jump, because I want myself to be encouraged to go for it, because if you can't be a cheerleader for yourself out there jumping, you won't make the bar. So yeah, that's what I found.
Thank you so much.